the post office. I'm getting ready to do a First Amendment audit with this post office here, see if they violate my right to be a douchebag in public. Alright, so here I am in front of the boxes. Lots of boxes here, of course, because it is a post office, so they're going to have a lot. So that makes sense. But around this corner, we have more boxes. Okay, all right, plenty of boxes. That's good. That's good. Keep the customers happy. But around this next corner, I know there's going to be some tyrants trying to violate my rights. That's right. Watch this. Right around the corner, we got no tyrants, just more boxes. That's right. There's another section. There's another section. And I'm sure as soon as I get there, they're going to see I'm recording, and they're going to slam me to the ground and tase me and violate my rights and be tyrannical beast. Here we go. It's more boxes. Okay. All right. So they got post office boxes in the post office. Of course they do. All right. So let's see. What else have we got here? I know around this next corner I'm going to find tyrants. They're everywhere. You can't get away from the tyrants, sir. More boxes. Okay. Well, I'm sure I'll find some tyrants. Here, you know what? Here. Let's try and find poster 7. Wait a minute. No outgoing mail! How dare they put this sign up here? No outgoing mail. I knew the tyranny was on display. Those horrible, rotten, no good scumbag tyrants. No outgoing mail. That's no law. They can't enforce that. I can put whatever I want in that box. What is this here now? Look at this crap. A camera filming me right next to a sign. Like they think that people are going to want a job. Be my servant. Get a job being my servant, you. Public servant, that's right. I'm a press pass, so you know I'm a legitimate journalist. All right, let's go in there and find out what else is going on. Violating my rights. At least finally I found poster 7. Here it is, guys. Poster 7. Here it is. I finally found poster 7. See, there's all the writing and the words and stuff on there. And poster 7, and now I'm going to show you that they put it up. They tried to hide it from me, those scumbag tyrants. But I know better than to fall for them. They're supposed to be my servants. But they put tape on it. Taped it up on a piece of chalk cardboard. Anyway, poster 7, ladies and gentlemen. The greatest poster in the world, poster 7. It gives anyone who owns a camera the right to do whatever they want, whenever they want, with no consequences. That's the great thing about poster 7. It's like magic. Here, watch. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna film poster 7 for you, and I'm gonna show you guys. Now watch this. Okay, now look how I do this. See, I'm gonna put my camera right here. See, right in the photographs for news purposes section. And I'm going to show you the part that you need to read. See, I'm going to film it. Watch, I'm going to put my camera right here. And see all the words beneath my camera? Those don't matter. That's just tyrannical gobbledygook to try and violate your rights. But the reality is that this part that's showing is all you need to read. All the rest of the writing on here is just some tyrannical lawyer top-splitting gobbledygook. Anyway, here's the section where they sell stuff. These signs, they don't have any CRF codes on these signs either. So I don't know what they're trying to pull. These guys are tyrants trying to steal our money, and look. They got a camera. How come they can have a camera? What is the post office cam-backing now? A bunch of cam-backing Karen post office people? If they can film, I can film. There you go. So now watch this. I'm going to get some service. I'm going to get a public servant to serve me and do what I say because I said it. All right, public servant, come to me now. Come on, public servant, where are you? Wait, where's the public servant? Why is there nobody here? I know what's going on. They are refusing me service. They saw me filming and they decided to be tyrants and to refuse service to me. There's no other reason why there wouldn't be someone here right now. Could you even begin to imagine any reason why someone might not be at this desk other than to violate my rights, me specifically because I'm holding a camera? How dare they? I'm going to sue the Department of Transportation, the Department of Motor Vehicles. I'm going to sue the city, I'm going to get Chile to write me a lawsuit. All right, so I'm outside now and just chillaxing, and it was a big fail, horrible fail, terrible post office. They were evil, rotten, no good tyrants in there. All of them, every single one of them was terrible. They failed miserably. This is just unacceptable behavior. Hiding from me, refusing me service. I don't know why no one showed up to help me. I have a camera. They should do what I want. Just because I have one. They fail, miserable. Hey, wait a minute. Hezekiah, what are you doing? What? Hey, what are you doing here? And why are you looking at my leg? Hey, look, man, I know I'm under house arrest, but I just snuck out just to do a quick little audit. No, Hezekiah, no, please. I know I should have stayed in the house. I'm under house arrest. I get it, but no, please, don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me, Hezekiah. No, don't do it. No. Okay, now we're driving back home. Okay, I won't sneak out again. Ow. Okay, I get it. I'm supposed to be under house arrest. I'm supposed to be under house arrest. I know. You're taking me home. We're in the car. There's nothing we can do about it now anyway. Come on, Ez. Give me a break, dude. I'm sorry. I'll never sneak out again. I promise. All right, guys. Well, I don't know how much longer this house arrest thing is going to last, but I'm going to get out of it. You watch. And you join me on the next episode of News Now Voodoo auditing things. So yeah, First Amendment audits. I have a press badge. I got the handcuffs and untied shoes. I know, Hez. You don't have to show them every time. Hey, goodbye. Have a nice day. Give me money.
Good morning and happy Friday to all of you wonderful people. And let's see who we all have in the chat today. Before we get to my, I actually have a post-credit scene in this one. First of all, I have to acknowledge the new member, Brian Shulman. Thank you so much. And of course, normally and as per usual, that gets you automatically added into this month's raffle, which I have some exciting news about that today. But before we get into it, let's say hello to News Now Enemy in the house. Hello, how you doing? B. Barnes II, of course. Side only. Texas Tim in the house. Good to see you always. Great to have you here. Nancy Marcho, Little Chihuahua, Big World. Texas Tim, Terry Barnes. Oh, wonderful, beautiful. So many wonderful people already. Great to see you guys so early. Little Chihuahua, P. Barnes. Terry Barnes. Hey, that's me. Oh, yes. Okay. Kisses in the house, of course. Yes. Auditor Follies, News Now Enemy. Let's see, who else is here? Terry Barnes, Kiss, Terry Barnes, Nancy. Oh, KJW in the house. Welcome. Good to see you. Let's turn the volume down a little bit. The music. All right, and then let's see. Lord KJW, P. Barnes, Little Chihuahua, Kiss, Little Chihuahua, Nancy, Kiss, Terry Barnes, Brian Choman, yes, Lord KJW, just Jenny. All right, she changed her names more times than I have in the last week. What's up, Jenny? Good to see you. Terry Barnes, KJW, News Now Enemy. Luna Knights, what's up? Good to see you. Terry Barnes, News Now Enemy, Little Troll, Big World, Just Jenny, Scott Ammo. Let's see who else. Of course, Salacious is in the house. What's up, Salacious? News Now Enemy, P. Barnes. Billy Yank. And by the way, this video you're watching in the background, as soon as it's done playing, I'm going to publish it. So you guys got to see it before it got published. Let's see. Little Chihuahua, Big World, Terry Barnes, Salacious, Leland Squirrels, what's up? Awesome. Just Jenny, Little Chihuahua, Salacious, Terry Barnes, P. Barnes, Lisa White, what's up? Luis Scador, what's up? Oh, wait, here's the post-credit scene coming up. Hold on. Oh, pardon me, sir, but you're impeding my travel. Please get out of my way. Come on. You're violating my rights. Move. How dare you stand in my way? You're impeding my right to travel, sir. You're violating my 1st, 4th, 15th, 37th, 92, 69, 42, 187th Amendment through the CR 59317, blah, blah, the code, super duper califragilisticexpialidocious on a hot sauce with a bun. You super duper butt crack sandwich, pooper, scooper, butter, brained, douche, canoe. Move. No? All right. You know what? I'm just going to squeeze past you then. Now you got your buddy helping you out, huh? Now there's two of you blocking my movement, ganging up on me like a bunch of tyrants. How dare you? I'll just squeeze past you. How about that? How about that? You ain't going to detain me, you dirty rat. No! Oh, my goodness. They're surrounding me. Oh, I was right, ladies and gentlemen. I was right. These tyrants are everywhere. You can't. Oh, there's another one. You can't get away from them. Oh, and now they're telling me where to park my bike. Look at them violating my rights, telling me where to park my bike. How dare they insinuate that I have to. Oh, no, not another one. Oh, they're everywhere. I don't know what to do. Oh, look, there's a window. Let's walk up to it and shove our camera through it like a bunch of creepy weirdos. No, let's not, because I'm not a scumbag and I wouldn't do that. What a concept. I love you guys. All right, where was I? Stan Hankins, what's up? Lord KJW. Let's see. Always Gador. Susie Y. Why not? I'll tell you. I'm on my way to work just listening. Well, hope you enjoy the show. Every morning we hope everyone enjoys it. I know a lot of people save the dislikes for my channel, Enemy says. I know a lot of people actually listen to the show, so I am trying to make it a lot. I'm trying to get rid of any dead air. That's one of the things that I don't like about StreamYard. And they just came out with a whole bunch of changes today, and I was all excited, but none of them helped my problem, which is that, like, if I'm showing a video, like in the beginning when I show my countdown video, and then I want to cut directly to the video I showed of the Voodoo doll auditing the post office, I have to stop, shut down the other video, then open the next video, and then, like, I can't have the next one on deck to where I could just play it right away. I have to have that gap in between, and then trying to fill that gap with something entertaining. And usually when I try to fill gaps, and especially because I already got a new member today, I owe you guys a happy dance. All right, all right, all right. Good morning, Hezokuai land. Rise and shine with Hezokuai on this happy Friday afternoon morning. And who do we got here? We got Lord KJW, we got Pat Dagler, we got Salacious in the house. And who else? Let's see. Just Jenny, News Now Enemy, Salacious, Lisa White, Susie Y, Leland Stan, Pat, Lisa White, Stan Hickens, Salacious, Just Jenny. Who haven't I said hello to yet? Let's see. Stan Hickens, Pete Barnes, Lisa White, Leland Squirrels, and Anna's in the house. Julie Weaver's in the house. What's up, Julie? Good to see you. Leland Squirrels, Pete Barnes, Poster 7, Lord KJW, Mark Baggett. What's up, Mark? Good to see you. Great to have you here. And Anna, Little Chihuahua, Big World. Let's see, Mark Scott Ammo, P. Barnes, Lisa White, Salacious, Mark, Texas Tim, what's up? Robert Tower, hell yeah. Trower. Tower, did I say Tower? Robert Trower. Yeah. Influenced by. Like I said, I try to keep the music on my channel all original. And that little tiny intro thing was my composition as well. But yes, definitely had that vibe to it, and intentionally. Let's see. And then Salacious, Mark, Leland. Let's see. I'm Salacious, Texas Tim, Leland Squirrels, P. Barnes. Don't forget, plausible reliability on the road trip. He ain't fooling around. Nancy Marshall's in the house, and of course, Salacious actually enjoyed the video. I'm glad you guys liked it. I was thinking about maybe making that a regular series, like, that's why I made it. So I gave it its own intro music and everything. I don't know. We'll see. Zuzu Zyquin's in the house. What's up, Zuzu? John Anderson, what's up? Looks like Lisa liked it too. And News Now Enemy. Oh, and Scott Ammo. All right. Glad to see. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Yeah, that was a lot of work, man. I'll tell you what. Holding my groin. What's up? Good morning, Rash Crew. All right. Oh, Nancy liked it too. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Little Trouble, Big World. Pack's here. That's right. He ain't fooling around. Let's see. Delicious, Salacious. Good morning. P. Barnes. Captain Happy's in the house. Salacious. Zuzu Zyquid, Little Chihuahua. Just Jenny with a $4.99 super chat. Yes. And you know what that means? That means I owe you a happy dance. All right. Let's see who else we got. We got Mark Baggett in the house. Terry Barnes, Holding My Groin, Little Trouble, Big World, Salacious, Leland Squirrels, Nikki Smallboy. What's up? Good to see you. All right. Mark Baggett, Holding My Groin. And I don't remember, Nikki, if you responded. I got your email though, and it's all good. I'll take care of you. I have a whole announcement about that subject in general that I'm going to talk about in a minute once I'm done with my morning greetings. And that being said, let's get back to it with Terry Barnes, Lord KJW, Billy Yank, P. Barnes, Leland Squirrels, Julie Weaver. What's up? All right, how you doing? Texas Tim, Little 12, Big World, Terry Barnes, Captain Happy, Nikki Smallboy, Peck. Who else is here today? Let's see. Susie, why not? I told you that already. What's up? Christopher O'Connor, good to see ya. All right. The name change seems to be working. Went from not being shown to featured on the first position when you go to the YouTube app. Beautiful. All right. Yeah, I think the plus I like the fact that I don't know if you saw it, Christopher. I opened the show this morning with my new video that actually hasn't been published yet. It's going to be published literally right now as I am speaking. I'm going to click publish, make it public, publish. There you go. So I started the day by showing this video that I just made, and I liked it because the way I was able to do the intro screen, I did my thing like with the MGM logo, but where I'm the lion, like I do on all of my videos. But then instead of going into the Blandino dance and Hezokuai popping out of the comic book, it plays like this jazzy song, and then it has the Frauditor Follies, and then the Voodoo doll comes out, and it's News Now Voodoo, and he goes on an audit, and he audits a post office, and I think I'm going to start making that a regular series, like the Frauditor Follies presents News Now Voodoo, and he'll do a different thing like city halls and banks and everything. It'll be great. Care Bear, good to see ya. Good morning. Uh, yes. Keep your eyes on the road. That's for dang sure. Christopher O'Connor, P. Barnes, Susie Y. Let's see, Holden McGroin. I missed Holden McGroin. Dude, no. What happened was you thought I was saying that I was holding my groin. I mentioned you. Yolanda Gonzalez is back. What's up? Good to see ya. Damn, I'm late again. Oh, and I started with my new video. I premiered it on the live stream. For all my happy morning crew, Devo's Nation Live. What's up? And again, my Mr. Voodoo doll went on this. Now, see, this is part of the video. See, I told you guys yesterday that I put this thing on his leg because he's under house arrest for hijacking my show the other day. So yesterday, when I caught him auditing the post office, the post office didn't kick him out. I did because he was under house arrest and he shouldn't have been sneaking out, going around, hanging out at the post office. The little punk. He'll learn one of these days. I'll tell you what. But if you guys like him going out doing his thing, maybe, I'll take him with me with some, get permission. Who else do we got here? Let's see. We got Care Bear, Salacious, Lloyd KJW, Texas Tim. Oh, I love you guys so much. Look at this. Care Bear's here. D-Boss, Leland, Maggie K. Good morning, everyone. Thank God it's Friday. Yes, indeed. You missed me. I didn't miss you, Nikki Smallboy. I talked about the email. Remember, I said that I emailed you back the question you asked me about the cards, and I'll talk about that some more anyway today. Cliff Hickson, g'day, Hezokuai. Just letting you know that Delete Laws has a new video about an hour ago Regarding Last Days of Freedom, sent you an email so I could look at you later off the bed, but I'll watch you later. All right, buddy. Thank you. Make sure you drop a like before you split, will you? All right. Thank you so much for the support, though. Love you. Love all you guys. That's good to hear. I'm not gonna maybe since tomorrow's my Saturday show, maybe that'll be something we'll discuss. But I don't know. I don't think Mark Stout's really into the whole chili thing. He's more into the Long Island audit thing. But we'll see. Maybe I'll cover it Monday because his videos tend to be really long and boring. And sometimes you can find nuggets of gold. Well, you always find nuggets of gold in a chili video because he's so dumb. He's bound to say something stupid. Let's see. Leland Squirrels, P. Barnes, Greg Jonick, what's up? Too bad no tyrants showed up. Yeah, right. Maggie K. Let's see who else. Susie Wine, Nikki K, Nikki Smallboy, Roisin's in the house. Hi, Roisin, what's up? Maggie K, Care Bear, Leland Squirrels. Ladies and gentlemen, $10 from Space Trucker. I'd rather be late than have to miss. Hezokuai is number one. All right. Thank you so much for the super chat. And not only does that get your name added once again to the raffle, but it also means that I owe you a Hezokuai happy dance. All right. Oh, I love it. All right. I'd rather be late than miss Hezokuai. That's beautiful. Let's see. 329, Care Bear, Billy Yanks, Alicia, P. Barnes, Space Trucker, and Anna. Who else? Leland Squirrels, Greg Jonick, Roisin, Billy Yank, Greg Jonick, Christopher O'Connor, Roisin, Nicky Smallboy. I know you said it. I wrote you missed me before you said it. Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
Korak is in the house. What's up, Korak?
Love it. Resident, oh yeah, I didn't do that. Sorry. Our resident Klingon is in the house. Let's see. Care Bear Space Trucker is our resident Deep Purple fan. And I think that has us all caught up. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, have I got some news for you? I finally got the shipment in the mail I've been waiting for forever. We have the best popes here. I mean, I think he meant to say people, but it looks more like popal. Love you all. Yes, love you all very much. Nils is here. Graham Garfield is here. Oh, you guys missed the beginning. Oh, you're going to have to catch up later on my new video. I premiered it on the air just now. All right. Yesterday, I finally got the shipment in the mail that I've been waiting for. So now I could finally announce properly what this month's prize packages for the raffle actually entail. Because you guys got to see this. All right. Number one prize is going to be the grand prize is going to be one of these handmade voodoo dolls, handmade by Salacious. In the package, she sent it. I mean, it's just a bag, but I never opened the bag. This is the bag she sent it to me in. It's going to come to you completely unopened. I never touched it. The only person who ever touched it was Salacious herself when she made it. All right. So you get it sent just like this Frauditor voodoo doll. It's got the pins in there. It's got the taser pin. It's got the whole thing. They're all in a little box in here. Obviously, he's got his handcuffs, his fake ID, his rotten teeth, his untied shoes, all of it. It's all in there. But on top of that, you also get a copy of my book and a tin containing a full set of my Frauditor versus anti-Frauditor playing cards. And here they are. This is the actual prize. Okay, they're both still completely shrink wrapped. However, what makes this super special is in this tin, there's going to be one extra card sealed in a container special container. Let me switch to my other camera so I could do the close-ups better. This is how we do it. Pooping on ourselves on a Wednesday in the rain. Don't know what it means, but I said it. See, it's a carrying case. And what's in it? U.S. Navy number 3. Okay, there's the Navy logo. It's very highly reflective, so it's kind of hard to tell on camera, but there it is. There's the eagle with the anchors. U.S. Navy number 3. There are 18 of these. This is number 3. Schrodinger's cat holofoil special edition. Only 18 ever printed or ever will be of this specific one, because obviously in series 2 I'll do some other holofoil. But this is the one. This is the big one, and it's going to come in this sealed case with a stand so that you could use it as a display case in the tin. So grand prize will be this, a copy of my book, and a Frauditor Voodoo doll. Second place prize. I got it. Oh, hold on. Ah, dang nabbit. See, I had this all situated and ready to go for the show, but of course I screwed up. It's not that big of a deal, though. All right. So then, second place prize is a copy of my book, a booster pack of 10 random cards, and number 8 of the limited edition Schrodinger cards sealed. And I mean, it's not a permanent seal. Like, you could open it if you want to, but just it'll come to you that way with the little stand. See, it's got a little stand. You put it on the stand, and then you could use it as a display if you like it, if you want to. It's hard to do it without a flat surface holding it, but see, nice display case. And then third place will be the booster pack and number, which one is it? Number 9 of the Schrodinger's cat cards. There are reasons for the numbers being the way they are. I'll explain that later. And then the rest of the prizes, so that's, 3, the top 3. So then the other 7 are going to be booster packs, but within those booster packs, 3 of them have a special edition Schrodinger's cat holofoil card hidden in them. And you'll know because the way these open is they fold open like this, and it'll be like with the golden ticket. As soon as you open it, if you see the skull logo, just the regular skull logo, then you know you didn't get a Schrodinger's cat card. But if you open it and you see the Marine logo or the Navy logo, then you know you got yourself a Schrodinger cat special holofoil card. So those are the final prize packages as of now that I actually have them in hand and are ready to ship on demand. Now, if anyone was wondering why, because I told you which specific numbers of the Schrodinger's cat cards are going to go with which prizes. And the reason why they're not 1, 2, 3, 4 like that is because number 0, it doesn't even have a number. It just says rest in peace, is going directly to Mrs. Schrodinger's cat, no matter what. That's for her. And then number 1 is going to a Marvel girl, no matter what. And then I had to have a couple for myself, at least one for me, and then, so there's other stuff. Adam Strange, what's up? Ravenwing, what's up? Good to see you. Unclean hands in the house, what's up? Oh, and speaking of unclean hands, check this out. So, after everything with all these cards, And why I waited till today to make my final announcement of what specifically the prize packages are going to be is because, oh, and by the way, Pat gave away free memberships, which means I owe him a Hezokuai happy dance. All right. Love it, love it, love it. Why can't I have money too? Leland, I think somebody bought a couple entries for you. You're on the list. And you're gonna one of the prizes, by the way, is a hacky sack that was made by Leland Squirrels. I forgot to mention that's gonna be thrown in with the top prize as well. Handmade, awesome stuff. Anyway, so on top of all of that, like I was saying, the thing that kind of the thing that kind of freaked me out a little bit was I realized something because when I order cards, I'm ordering them from a printing company in China. So it takes a long time sometimes for me to get them. But I keep using them because they're very high quality. They're awesome cards. Ask anyone who actually has some, and they'll tell you they're really, really good cards. They're top notch. So, because of that, I didn't even realize until yesterday when I got the shipment. What's up, LaDonna Rogers? That all right, take it easy, Texas Tim. Don't forget to drop a like before you leave. I didn't realize until I got them yesterday that the shipment I've been waiting for was the final shipment that still had handlebar mustache spelled wrong on the unclean hands card. So I can't stop series 1 and move to series 2 yet when there still has never been one card with handlebar mustache spelled correctly that I've actually given out or sold or in any way, put out there to you guys. So for next month's raffle, I'm gonna let me pause this for a second. I'm gonna show you. Well, no, I don't want to. You know what? I'm not gonna show you because I don't want to get it into like any confusion. I just announced what this month's prizes are gonna be, and then if I say next month's right away, then someone might have seen just missed part of the show and then be like, "Oh, I thought you said you were giving this away," and no, that's for next time. But the point is, the cards are going to be a big part of next month, and even though they are the major part of this month, next month is really going to be the big deal because that's going to be the last month that I'm going to be doing the Series 1 cards. So that way I can get some of the proper handlebar mustache cards out there, and in the meantime, properly retire them with a bang. Like, all right, this is the last group of Series 1 cards. Here we go. Also, with the random holofoil Schrodinger cat cards being hidden in some of the booster packs, I also have a few extra of those that I'm saving so that over time, every once in a while, you can get one slipped in the future. Maybe we'll be during series 2, maybe series 3, someone will just randomly get one like, I just did that because I thought it'd be kind of a cool way to, just make it exciting. You never know what you're going to get. Kind of like the Pokemon cards and the stupid Charizard card that these kids are going nuts for. They're paying $5,000 for it on eBay. Holy cow. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on with the show now that we got all the business done. We're going to start. People were already talking about this. The new Tones Overthinks It video. That's going to be the first video we're going to watch today. I'm going to share this with you guys because, as always, Tones is awesome. And he was our guest last week on the Saturday show. Hezokuai and Frauditor News Network live every Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget to join us this Saturday with our special guest, Frauditors Exposed, Mark Stout. And now, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only Tones Overthinks It. All right.
Everybody, Tones here. Just a quick reminder after the video, be sure to visit our website at www.tonesoverthinks.com and check out some of our exclusive channel merch. Links in the description. Enjoy the video.
I don't think
What's
don't
up,
think so,
everybody? Welcome
Jersey
to Tones
Boy.
Overthinks It, the show where I think too much to make up for the people who don't think at all. So, despite the fact that I'm incredibly busy covering Chile, I thought we'd take a slight detour and catch up on other recent events. So, as many of you are no doubt aware, Denver Metro Audits, aka Christopher Cordova apparently, was found guilty of all charges related to his arrest at the Social Security Administration office in Littleton, Colorado. Now, Cordova went on a very long and ridiculous live stream trying to spin doctor his conviction and accept no personal responsibility and instead try to blame literally everybody else, and made a statement that, quite frankly, makes him a shoo-in for the award of Most Punchable Face in the Western Hemisphere.
Who cares if I got convicted, man? I'm fighting for something here, right? Law doesn't equal morality. I mean, it was illegal for Rosa Parks to sit in the front of the bus. It was illegal to hide Jews during the Holocaust. Okay, so it doesn't matter, guys. This is what matters, is that we're fighting for something and we're doing something here.
I've already done an entire video explaining why these guys aren't heroes, and to try to compare themselves to actual ones is just asinine. So if it's all the same, I'm just going to leave it to the comment section to have at it with that ridiculous statement. The subject of this video is actually about something a bit more simple. It's in response to a rather common element in Frauditor videos.
So this is the part right here, guys, that gives us the right to record in there. Okay, we can record without permission. But this A and B is off the table, right? We're not trying to record a space occupied by a tenant agency. Okay, we're non-commercial. We're not trying to do either of these, commercial or non-commercial. Okay, we are for news purposes. So building entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums for news purposes.
Okay, setting aside the fact that the very first part of this states that any security regulation or directive can prohibit any of the three conditions below, let's focus mainly on the one he was addressing, option C, if it's for news purposes. This is apparently the gotcha moment that they all use to say, well, we don't have to ask for permission to do what we're doing because we're journalists and we're doing this for news purposes. Now let's briefly pretend that the part at the top that says that security has the authority to prohibit photography for any purpose doesn't exist. Lord knows every frauditor ever likes to pretend it doesn't exist. And let's just say that it all hangs on what purpose the content is for. Okay, good. Now, did you know that Google Chrome has this fun little feature where if you press F12, it opens up the web inspector and debugger? And if you navigate to a little something called sources, it will show you the code for the entire page. Now, why do this? Well, apparently, whenever someone uploads a video to YouTube, they have to select a category, of which there are 15 of them: film and animation, autos and vehicles, music, pets and animals, sports, travel and events, gaming, people and blogs, comedy, entertainment, news and politics, how-to and style, education, science and technology, and nonprofits and activism. So this means that content creators have the ability to designate what purpose their content is for. You following me so far? Perfect. Now let's go back to the web inspector and debugger. Again, F12, navigate to source. Once you're seeing the code, hit Ctrl F and search for category. You'll have 3 results. Simply go down to the third one, and you will see what category the content creator chose when they uploaded the video. And my, what is this? The category DMA chose when he uploaded this footage is entertainment. An interesting choice out of the 15 options, considering 2 of those options happen to be news and activism. So why would DMA not choose one of those 2? Well, it might have something to do with the fact that the entertainment category is the highest trending. Meanwhile, news and politics is riding pretty low, and nonprofits and activism is practically 0. So it would seem DMA is creating content for entertainment purposes in order to increase ad revenue. What does that sound like? Oh yeah, commercial purposes and not news, in which case permission to film would be required. I dare even say any person who was filmed without their consent has legitimate grounds for a privacy complaint. Now, in case you're thinking, well, this might just be a one-off, how about we take a look at a couple of other Frauditor videos just to see what category their creators selected? Rogue Nation acting like a complete and utter clown at the VA's office? Entertainment. Long Island Audit's latest video where he claims to be filming for news purposes? Entertainment. Georgia Transparency screwing around at the tax office? Entertainment. Fox News doing whatever the hell it is they do? News and politics. I encourage you to try this on any Frauditor video, and I guarantee that the majority, if not all of them, will not be designated for news purposes. So there you have it, folks. Frauditors designating their own content for commercial purposes and not news. So good luck appealing your verdict, DMA, because if you're relying solely on claiming your footage was for news purposes as a defense, just know that completely falls flat on its face because by your own admission, it wasn't. But then again, maybe I'm just overthinking it. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you like what you see here and you want to see even more in the future, please consider subscribing to my channel. Also, feel free to share your thoughts down in the comment section. I always love to read them. Till next time.
All right. Gotta love Tones, everybody. And by the way, don't forget that we have Cobra 42 in the house. What's up? Good to see you. We got conspiracy music in the house. What's up, conspiracy music? Great to see you. Jersey Fool, I don't know if you heard us said you better, man. Oh, good stuff. Let's see if he has any post-credit stuff.
Like, like the cops when they recklessly shoot into a crowd of people. It's like, somebody had a gun. Well, you knew that, when you took this job that you could get shot, right?
He's an asshole, sir.
All right. You knew when you took the job that there's a possibility you should get shot, so just get shot. Don't defend yourself. And these guys love the fact that they always say, they love guns and you got to be able to defend yourself. So, but if you're a cop, you can't. You don't have the right to defend yourself if you're a cop. Why is my framing off? It looks like I'm losing. Oh, well, whatever. So anyway, there's that. Always good to watch Tones. Love Tones over things. He's a great guy. And once again, don't forget to hit the like button and welcome again to the stream, everybody. I'm glad to have you all here. Love you guys on this beautiful Friday morning. And so far it is a nice day, 59 out here right now, which, that's not bad considering the time of year. I'm enjoying myself. I'm getting ready. I got all excited, like I was telling you guys earlier, about these cards, especially the Schrodinger's cat one. Really good stuff. I'm enjoying it. Another thing I forgot to mention about the booster packs this time around, one of the differences with these is all of the cards in there have individual, they're in containers. Each one is individually wrapped. You could take it out if you wanted to. See, but each one is in its own little plastic pouch too. So that's a little bit, something a little bit different. Every month I like to do something a little bit different than I did previous time. So, and again, those are going to be the boosters. I don't have the rash stickers. I used them all on the last boosters. Sorry. Yeah, I was just telling a big speech about how I don't want to leave any dead air, and here I am leaving dead air. Lord KJW, what's up? Sam I am, what's up? Good to see you. And ladies and gentlemen, John Wick 4 is already out. I don't know how I feel about that. Like at the end of 3, I was looking forward to 4, but now I'm like, I don't know. Gamer 88, that would be beautiful if that started happening. I would love that, to see those class action suits hit the frauditors where it counts in their pocketbooks, right? The only thing they really care about, obviously, is the money. They don't care about freedom or rights. It's all just part of their grift. They lie like a rug. They lie like a rug. Because they're frauditors. The frauditors are liars. Oh, wait a minute. Can I do the Batman thing? Hello, welcome. No, that's kind of an interesting. I never played with this before. Actually, I can do every different angle. Look at this. Hello, everyone. See, as I'm doing this, I'm learning more and more. Doing it every day, I pick up different things that I can do that I didn't even know. Yeah, grifters gonna grift. That's exactly right. Yeah, they're really bad. They don't even care about their own freedom. No, they always go to jail. They don't care. They feel like there's no they feel like there's no consequences at all, because no matter what they do, they just, get their fans to pay their bail. And then next thing you know, you get someone like Graham Greyfiend trying to give you money. Thank you for the £2. He wants those cards, dag nabbit. And who knows, he might win some. And He donated, which means not only does his name get added to the raffle to win the cards, but now I owe him a Hezokuai Happy Dance. All right. Thank you so much, Graham. Let's see. I've been absent for the last couple days. Any words from Jimbo? No, nobody has seen or heard from Jimbo. From what I hear, people have actually been trying to get in touch with him, like actively now, starting to worry about the guy. All love and prayers to him, and hope he's okay. And if it turns out that he's just decided to do a Game of Thrones marathon, and that's why he's not been here, that would be great, actually. If it was just something benign like that and not anything, or maybe just got sick and tired of watching Frauditors. Who knows? But they got to stop being able to post bail. Yeah, let them actually sit in the big house for a little bit, and not just have their fans bail them out all the time. And then, of course, if they get more than what their bail is, you think they give it back? No, 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 no. They keep it. Let's see. Oh, and by the way, did I get another? Wait a minute. Did I miss a $2 super chat from Right Up Yours? I don't remember mentioning it. Oh, there it is. Yay! Right Up Yours says, I don't care about the cards. I just want another Hezokuai Happy Dance. All right. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. What's dag nabbit in English? What's dag nabbit in English? I say dag nabbit because I don't want to say what it is. But it's God damn it. That's basically what it is. But if you don't want to say that, is it dag nabbit? So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, there is a fan amongst us who has his own channel, who's in the chat right now by the name of Little Chihuahua Big World. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, dag nabbit, I want to watch me some Little Chihuahua Big World. So here we go.
Okay. Someone with their dog.
Who you? Wait a minute. I didn't say you could film me.
There's no expectation of privacy in
I
public.
don't care. I didn't give you permission.
I don't need permission. I have the First Amendment.
You know what you are? You're a tyrant. You're
Tyrant?
a tyrant.
No, you're the tyrant.
You're the tyrant.
You
You're forcing
are.
your will to film me against my will not to be filmed. That makes you a tyrant. Get out. Get out.
All right. Okay. Someone with their dog.
I was muted. And because of the delay, now I'm going to see 1,000,001 super chats from people telling me that I'm muted. And I'm going to be like, huh? What? I thought I turned it back on. See, there they come. There they come. um, yeah. And Graham, let me tell you something. He sent me another £2. Yes. He said, you don't understand. I really want those cards. And another happy dance. All right. Love it. Thank you, Graham. Graham, also, and this goes for everybody. The whole point of the raffle, obviously, is you want to enter for a chance to win some cards, but just a regular set of cards. If you email me, I could always let you know how you can just straight out get some, just like my book. You don't have to win it. You could just buy it. The problem is with the cards, I can't just flat out legit sell them. But what I could do is I can give them as a gift in return for, like, if you give me a donation of a certain amount, then I could give you the cards. It's just because of the legalities of the fact that I use the images. Like, even though they love to use people's images, for money, I'm sure they'd be the first to turn around and try to sue someone for using their images for money. That's why I can't just flat out sell the cards. Anyway, um, yeah, it's. Oh no, wait a minute. No, Leland, we love you. You should be happy that we're all here with you every morning. And your squirrels, they like your, they like your nuts. Hey man, it's good times, good times. We're here to have fun, and that's the great thing about entertainment. You know, have some fun and forget about the stupid stuff. Take your mind off of the serious bits of life for a few minutes every morning. A couple hours. And I love you guys, and we all care about each other, and we're a solid, good community here, and we all stick together. Dag nabbit, I have the best fans in the world, and you know it, and that's why you're here every day. All right, and now, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna move on. Cody, what's up? Hello, good to see you. Our next video that we're going to present this a wonderful Friday morning, getting ready for the weekend with a bang. Our next video is from the one, the only Team Skeptic. Yes, his new video. I thought it was really cool. All of his videos are really cool. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to watch it. Sovereign Citizen cites the Bible in court, which is always fun. And whether you're a religious person or not, the fact of the matter is, it has nothing to do with being pro or anti religion or faith. Okay. Jesus is not your lawyer, not in this life, maybe the next one, not in this one. Anyway, Graham said, thank you for the $2, for the £2. He said, give me those cards, dag nabbit. Yes. Well, I can't guarantee you'll get the cards for £2, but I can give you a happy dance. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, we got the douche canoe captain in the house. That's right. He loves when people get drunk while watching his videos. And of course, Rogue Nation likes to get drunk and do naughty things to pumpkin pies and pineapples, hollowed out pineapples. While watching the videos he made in the VA of old ladies, and then drooling and go. He said, yeah, he loves it. Hi, I'm Rogue Nation, and I told you to call the ambulance because I'm a piece of poo sandwiches that taste like doggy ass. I don't know. I never liked them. Ah! Hey, wrecked him. It almost killed him. Boom. See, I need a boom button too.
And welcome to today's video. Today, we have a sovereign citizen right to travel trial that I've been waiting to conclude so I could give it to you guys in full context. So we have 3 very special appearances to go through with one very satisfying conclusion. So let's begin.
On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Rambo L, file numbers 22L27618828818818883. Council appearance, please.
Matt Staples on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Okay, and then Rambo L is present. Do you have an attorney, sir?
I'm here by special appearance.
Okay. Mr. Staples, my understanding is that you're moving to dismiss these.
Just the failure to display ops, Your Honor. I did check the Secretary of State. His license is valid, and he did show me that license, and that he does have it in his possession, so that the misdemeanor charge would be dismissed.
Excuse me, but did you just say that he has a valid driver's license? So basically all of his right to travel arguments are nonsensical because he agrees with the state's position that driving is not a right, but a privilege.
Okay, and there's no offer on the expired plate and the failed signal?
Not at this time, Your Honor. I believe
Okay.
Mr. L is planning on contesting those charges.
Is that correct, Mr. L?
Yes.
Okay, we'll set them for a hearing. February 14th at 9:30. Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, Mr. L. We'll see you on February 14th. Okay, is this L Rambo or Rambo L? You're muted. You have an attorney, sir?
No, I'm here by special appearance.
Okay, I'll put you in the private meeting room with the city attorney.
Your Honor, we've actually already met with Mr. Rambo L before. He was requesting a formal hearing on these two files.
Okay, sounds good. Formal hearings will be set for in-person appearance.
Actually, I filed a motion January 6th is when it went unanswered. I would like the court to dismiss this matter.
Okay, your motion to dismiss is denied.
While completely ineffective, I do love his attempt at motioning the court to dismiss his case on absolutely no grounds at all.
How many days does the prosecutor have to answer my motion for demand for motion for challenge of jurisdiction that I submitted to the clerk, and I've served everybody, all parties? How long does he have? Because that happened January 6th.
I see it's a motion to show authority.
And also a demand for dismissal, lack of jurisdiction, failure to introduce evidence of an injury in fact, challenges jurisdiction of the court to prosecute. That was filed January 6th.
We only have one motion attached to the file. I don't see the other motions that you're referencing, sir.
It's timestamped by the court. I have it right here.
I see a motion to show authority, which the court has denied. And then there was a memo that was attached. There was not any other motion. I don't read via Zoom.
Well, fortunately for you, Judge, we do. So let's take a closer look at his finger painting before he eats it for lunch. The first thing I'm noticing is that this is a notice and not a motion. A notice is exactly what it sounds like, a declaration to all parties of the trial. And in this case, it's a notice of your intention to demand a dismissal of your case based on the reasons listed on the paper. Now, where's your motion to dismiss? Because without that, you've done nothing but put the entire courtroom on notice that you have no idea what you're doing.
It's filed with the clerk. Everybody was served.
Mr. Staples, did you get a copy of the motion he's referencing?
I see a copy of the motion to show authority in our file. I don't recognize it as any sort of valid motion or pleadings, but I see a copy of it in our file.
Agreed. That's the same the court has. It's a motion to show authority. The other motions that he's referencing was not properly filed with this court or served as the court. Neither the court nor Mr. Staples' office is in receipt of it. The motion to show authority was denied. Is not in proportion with the Michigan court rules. It does cite, however, Luke 11:46, the King James version, Luke 11:52, as well as some other articles and treaties.
So our living brain donor has decided that the Michigan court rules will be taking a back seat to the King James Version court rules during today's proceedings.
But nonetheless, as indicated by Mr. Staples from the Office of City Attorney, this is not a lawful or appropriately filed motion, and for that reason, it was denied before this court. But we will
Well,
set your matter.
I like to challenge jurisdiction right now. I have the right to
You can file an
travel.
appropriate motion. with the court under the Michigan court rules to challenge jurisdiction. But what we won't do is entertain motions under the King James Version of the Bible. Okay?
That was a different motion you're referring to. That was the motion to show authority.
We don't have the other motion, sir. So you can file that motion. It's just we don't have it. I don't know why we only have one motion. That we don't have the other one you're referencing. So you'd have to file that and serve it on the city attorney. We'll give you time to do that. I'm going to set both of these matters for hearing, though.
I can't chill. You telling me I have the right to challenge jurisdiction right now? I want to challenge jurisdiction right now.
You can file a motion for challenging the jurisdiction, sir.
I can't do a verbal motion?
No, you cannot.
So you telling me I have the right to do a verbal motion?
You don't have a right to do that. You're gonna file it in writing and you're gonna serve it properly on the parties that you're filing it against. Okay, sir? March 14th at 10:30 in person at the court will be the date for the formal hearing, and then we'll hear any arguments on motions if necessary. Do you have any questions today, Mr. L? Okay, well, then you're all set. Thank you.
Okay, so now we're on to our third and final appearance by First Blood L, the King James Version.
Okay, you can have a seat. Thank you. Today's the date and time set for a formal hearing. I have, I believe, one witness on Zoom. Counsel, you can proceed.
Officer Vanderwerf, would you state your name for the records, please?
Oh, you want to call him? Let me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Swear, man, no worries. Vanderwerf, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the—
Actually, real quick, I just want to address something Unclean Hand said. I was thinking the same thing when I first saw this video earlier, but once he started quoting the King James Version of the Bible, the Moors would be quoting the Quran. They wouldn't be quoting the Bible. So he's exactly the same thing, only he's not a Moor, he's an idiot. He's just an idiot. He's not a specific brand of idiot. Oh my goodness.
the truth and the whole truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, Judge.
For brevity purposes, I'm not going to bore you with the prosecutor interviewing the officer that pulled over Sylvester Malone L. Bay. I'll just give you the important bits.
So I was traveling southbound on King when I observed a pickup truck in front of me that was changing lanes, failing to use its signal. So at that time, I activated my overhead lights on the vehicle to initiate a traffic stop. And then I made contact with the driver, who was later identified as a Rambo L. In our contact, he ended up handing me a piece of paper. At brief glance, when I looked at the piece of paper, it appeared to have what I believe was certain MCL codes that the subject may have typed onto the piece of paper. When I had asked him for a driver's license or identification, he was not really very cooperative. I also don't believe I was provided any insurance. At that time, I decided to issue him a citation for failing to signal, changing lanes, and failing to display a valid license, and then also the license plate through the system was expired.
Mr. L, did you want to question the witness?
Yes. The document that you were referring to, it was a travel document. I was showing you I was traveling versus driving, and I tried to explain that to you. And then you held me on the side of the road for approximately an hour. I requested a supervisor because they might better understand what I was doing, and you never provided that for me. Is that correct?
That's actually incorrect, because the reason that you were held on the stop for as long as you were is because I was waiting for a supervisor. So when I realized the supervisor was not there, I contacted him by phone, at which time he said he was delayed. And when I came back up to the traffic stop, I did ask if you wanted to wait further for a sergeant, and I don't believe that you did. And then you drove off when you were free to go.
Yes. Is it correct that I was held on the road for approximately an hour waiting for this whole encounter to end?
I do not remember if it was an hour specifically, but I do remember that the time length was probably, I would say probably close to that at the very least.
Well, it was an hour and it caused me to be late for my son's banquet.
So I guess it's the officer's fault that you'd rather stand your ground based on a delusional belief system rather than just follow the law and make sure that you're available for your son's banquet. And let's not forget, the officer testified that the delay was caused because you requested a supervisor. So it's your own damn fault.
And and I never got to speak to a supervisor. That's all the questions I had.
Okay, any redirects?
No redirect, Your Honor.
Okay, any additional witnesses today?
None from the city.
Okay, Mr. Earl, are you calling any witnesses today, or did you want to give your own testimony?
I would like to, I have some, I have a defense, my motion.
Okay, well, you filed a motion?
Yeah, I filed a motion, served across the
When did
city
you file a
attorney.
motion?
It was filed, it was mailed February 18th.
You filed a motion and mailed it February 18th. Did you serve a copy?
To the clerk of the courts and also to the city attorney's office.
Did you receive any motion, sir?
Your Honor, we did receive a motion. It did not have any hearing date stated on it. We had no timetable for a response. I would be happy to respond to the motion on the record orally or provide the court with briefing if they would like.
The court didn't get a copy of the motion in February.
I sent it to the clerk. And,
Yeah, typically when that happens, it's just attached to the file. I don't have a copy of any motion.
Well, I did my due diligence. I sent a copy to him. He has his.
Well, I don't know that you did your due diligence because when you file a motion, you got to get a hearing date for that motion. And so
who's supposed to give me a hearing?
you got to get the hearing date from the clerk's office.
From the clerk's office?
Yeah.
So why did they give me one?
Did you contact them for a hearing date?
I contacted them, yeah.
And asked for a hearing date for your motion?
And I asked when was my hearing. They confirmed that it was today.
For your motion.
And I asked, did I have a hearing date? And they said.
And you do have a hearing date, but that's not what I asked you. Did you ask them, did you have a hearing date for your motion?
See, this is where representing yourself can be tricky, and why I will always say it is in your best interest to hire an attorney, because the court rules and procedures are not as simple as Perry Mason makes it out to be on TV. In Michigan, you don't just file a motion, but you also file a notice of hearing, which is usually attached to the motion. Once it's been served on all the parties, you'll get a motion hearing date, and it's on that date when your motion will be heard. Now, most courts are extremely lenient when it comes to pro se litigants, and this court is no different. So they'll hear his improperly filed motion and rule on it today, but it still won't change the outcome.
For my motion?
Yes.
They didn't tell me, but I did provide to him an order for the motion that gave him 21 days to respond.
Okay, you can make your motion before the court because I don't have a copy. You can make it now orally.
Okay, well, now comes the beneficiary for Rambo L. Defendant in error here by special appearance, not submitting to the court's jurisdiction, hereby moves the court to strike and dismiss the complaint filed by the officer Zenderbar. Am I pronouncing that right? Sorry if I'm not. For lack of ratification and commencement, no corpus delicti, no plaintiff, lack of jurisdiction, personal or firm jurisdiction. Christina Simmons being appointed as trustee, the prosecutors being appointed as co-trustee, I, Rambo L, an executor and beneficiary of a set of account. Also, I filed a declaration of non-citizenship nationality because
Yes, unclean hands. His name is Rambo L. Not El Bay. I think that's where some of the confusion that he's a Moor came in. His name, he said, is Rambo L. You can't make this stuff up.
I've done a name change.
Oh my goodness, you can't be this slow. First, a name change doesn't automatically reject your citizenship. In fact, that's so wrong, it's not even wrong. Second, for you to get a name change in the state of Michigan, you have to petition the circuit courts. And guess what? The circuit courts gets its jurisdictional powers from the Michigan Supreme Court. And guess who gives the district courts its jurisdictional powers. So if your arguments are that the district courts don't have jurisdiction over you, then the circuit courts didn't have jurisdiction over you for your name change to begin with. It's a very classic case of having your crayons and eating them too.
What my point of authorities are: the United States District of Columbia Corporation in Volume 20, Corpus Juris Section 1785, we find United States government as a foreign corporations with respect to the states. Since the corporation is a fictitious person, it can't see, speak, smell, or touch itself. It's a fiction in the real world. It needs a conducting, transmitting utility, a liaison, some sort of connection to a fictional person. Constitutional Amendment number 1, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of a religion, prohibiting free exercise thereof, abridging freedom of speech or right of press or right of people peaceful assemble, petition the government for redress of grievance. Number 5, Constitutional Amendment. The right of people should be secure in their person, houses, papers, and effect against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall be issued upon probable cause supported by an oath or affirmation, particularly describing the place search of persons and things to be seized. And then number 7, Constitutional Amendment, suits at common law where value of controversy exceeding $20, the right of a jury trial shall be preserved, and no fact tried by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States according to the rules of common law. I asked for a jury trial, I didn't get that.
Wrong again, dipshit. While Article 1, Section 14 of the Michigan Constitution does allow for jury trials in civil cases when one party properly demands it, there is no Michigan statute or court rule that guarantees a jury trial for civil infractions.
Rambo L is a man, people, but not a person. I was not operating in commerce, nor was I a driver on the road for travel. A driver is an employee transporting goods or passengers. Rambo was just merely traveling in my private property. Here are some examples of my Supreme Court constitutional defenses. Case number one, the right to travel is part of the liberty where citizens.
So just the thing I wanted to point out, and I've wanted to talk about this before. I mean, it comes up in almost every video we watch, especially court videos. But the same thing with the side on the road arguments they make and all that. But at first, I didn't really mention this a lot because I don't want to be like that guy. And what am I talking about? Hez, what are you talking about? Just say it. All right. Relax. I'll say it. Just give me the opportunity to make sure, because there's a lot of other people watching besides you. And just because you understand what I'm saying doesn't mean I don't need to throw disclaimers out there for, there might be frauditors sneaking their eyes onto the show without us knowing about it. So I got to be careful what I say sometimes. Also, the YouTube, they're always watching. They're always listening, just waiting for you to say the wrong thing. Demonetizing my videos because they don't like my artwork, my drawings. Excuse me, there's a naked girl in my drawing. Oh no. I thought that was called art. How come if somebody drew a naked girl 200 years ago, it's art, but if you draw one now, it's porn? Ugh. What am I rambling about? I don't know. Oh, you mean the soft set? What's he rambling about? That's my point. See, when these guys read these things and they stumble over their words, okay? Like, I am, I'm not whatever trying to say like, oh, I'm a super smart guy or whatever, but I am a very good reader. I mean, I wrote a freaking book, right? I mean, I'm a good reader, okay? My reading comprehension skills are very, very, very high. Okay. And just to make sure that I'm not getting too crazy, my math skills are absolutely horrible. All right. I'll be the first one to admit it. What's up? Not a troll account. So I'm not going to say, oh, I'm so smart, I know everything. No. Give me a complicated math problem, and I'll have to ask my son, who's 13, to do it for me, and he'll get it right. I guarantee you. It's amazing how he does math. I'm horrible at math, but I'm really good at reading comprehension. Really good. So when these guys read their laws and they stumble over their words, I don't always want to make fun of them, because it's like, a lot of people, when they read out loud like that, sound like that, because you don't always use big words, so sometimes you stumble over. So I don't want to call them out on that too much. But listen, come here, let me tell you. If you supposedly are a legal expert and you wrote all of these legal papers because you know so much, you shouldn't be mumbling and stumbling over your words when you're reading your legal court documents. You're the big super duper genius court expert who knows the law better than the judge. You know the law better than any lawyer. That's why you don't need one. Yeah, I don't know how to Discord either. Thanks a lot, Scott. I admit that too. I'm horrible at Discord. Horrible. Anyway, yes, like when these guys who are, it's like with Chili, with I'm a constitutional law scholar, because he says that so much every single time he misquotes a law, even if it's an accident, a mistake that anyone else making that same mistake, I'd give him some slack, because he's constitutional law scholar, has it printed on the back of his damn shirt. Then no, I'm not going to take that from you. I'm going to hold you to a higher standard. When you go into court and you're arguing this nonsense because you supposedly know the law better than the judge, better than the lawyers, better than the prosecutor, better than everybody, and you can't even pronounce half the words you're trying to read off of your sheet that you brought in, that you printed off of YouTube, internet, Google, or some other sovereign citizen nonsense website, and you don't even know what half of the words mean, I'm going to call you out on it because you sound stupid. All right? Like I said, when people read out loud and they stumble over a word, I give them a break. Your spelling is great to, okay. All right. All right. You know what? Okay, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who didn't know, so this is why professionals have to go through like a million hoops to get their stuff done. Because when you self-publish all of your own stuff, you don't have 18 different people who look at it and proofread it and go through it before it gets published. My book does have a typo or two, and so do my cards. My original set of cards, the unclean hands card, I spell handlebar mustache wrong. Well, how did that slip through with autocorrect? I spelled it handle like the composer Handle, like the last name Handle, not handle like handle that you hold on to. So I did spell it correct, but it's a different word. It's handle like a person's name, not handle like handlebars or like you handle something. It's a different handle. So I spelled the wrong. Yeah, I was listening to classical music at the time. Thank you for saving me, holding my groin. That's right. That's right. That's right. It would be nice if they at least understood what they were saying. Yeah, maybe if they couldn't pronounce the word, but they at least knew what it meant. But this is another thing, like what this douche canoe's doing here, right? What's he doing? These arguments these guys always make, and it's always the same types of arguments. And people will say things like, "Well, if you don't accept their jurisdiction, why are you even there?" Well, that's why they'll say under coerce and derision. I know that if I don't come in, that you're going to send the cops after me, so that's why I come, even though I don't accept your jurisdiction. But here's the problem. And all of these guys, frauditors, sovereign citizens, Moors, all of them have the same fundamental base problem. It's that when they go to court, the way they think is like, if I say something, then that's what it is. In other words, if I say the court doesn't have jurisdiction, then the judge says no, the court does. That's not a ruling. That's a scam. That's the government trying to pull something over on you, to use their tyranny to try and control you and destroy your life. Like, it's not because they do have jurisdiction, no, because you said they don't. So that automatically means they don't. See, if I file a motion, in other words, if I write on a piece of paper, you need to dismiss this case because you're meanie McMeanyton and I don't like mean people, meanie judge, mean judge, bad. Then because you wrote that down on a piece of paper and gave it to the judge, that means if she doesn't dismiss the case, then she's a horrible, you've been railroaded. She's a horrible tyrant, that terrible judge. If you don't do what they say, it's not because you were wrong. It's because they're trying to pull something over on you. That was the whole Daryl Brooks thing. All I did was kill a bunch of people. You're going to send me to jail for that? But I told you not to. So you have to let me go because I said no. Don't you understand that's how it works? Like, if you kill people, you go to the judge and you say, yeah, I'm not going to jail. And then they have to say, oh, okay, don't go. Like, all of this hubbubaloo, 3 court dates this guy's been in, arguing back and forth with the judge. Not once did he even begin to address whether or not he actually did the violation. And the cop already said in his testimony, after we arrested him, we got his driver's license, so he's good. Because in a lot of these types of cases, they'll end up getting dismissed if when you go to court, you could show that you had a valid license at the time, or you had valid insurance at the time, or whatever it is. So, like, the case probably would have been dismissed anyway, just based on that. But these guys, they can't ever, it could never be, I was speeding and I got busted speeding, and I'm going to have to go to trial to prove whether or not I was speeding. No, they go to trial just to regurgitate sovereign citizen mumbo jumbo and never even begin to address whether or not they actually did what they're in there for in the first place. It's just a time wasting tactic of the stupid dum-dum-dums.
Cannot be deprived due process under the Fifth Amendment.
This is your due process. You're in court right now.
US 116, 125.
Some of you may remember from my last video that I briefly covered Kent v. Doles. This is not a driver's license case or a vehicle registration case, but a passport denial case based on political discrimination. It doesn't apply in this situation, and neither do the next handful of cases that he's about to cite. So I'll let him get all the way through his case law defense, and then I'll briefly point out why each one of them is wrong.
Case number 2, I have the right to travel freely and unencumbered pursuant to Shapiro versus Thomas, 394 USP 618. So it doesn't even need to be mentioned. The state of Michigan arbitrarily and erroneously perverted my right to a privilege and issue a license and a fee for it. Murdoch versus Pennsylvania, 319 US 105. Supreme Court trumps everything. Says that no state can convert a secured liberty into a privilege and issue a license and fee for it. Case number 4, Shuttle versus Birmingham, Alabama. It shows that I can ignore a license and engage in the right with immunity. Case number 5, Marbury versus Madison, 5 US 137, shows that any law in violation of the Constitution is null and void. Case number 6, Shuttleworth versus Birmingham, 3373 US 62.
Okay, actually, I'm glad he brought up the Pennsylvania versus Mims, because before we get into Team Skeptic going back and explaining the intense stupidity of everything he just said, I want to talk about that because that brings up something I wanted to discuss today anyway. And it's this idea. What I wrote down was making non-existent connections to chain together unrelated ideas into illogical logical conclusions. So what the hell does that mean? Well, it isn't just the cherry picking and all that stuff. It's the way that they chain these different ideas that are not related to each other. For example, saying that, well, this case says that you, and because they all love to quote it and say, well, this case says that you cannot make a law that goes against the Constitution. Right. So if there's a law, any law that you break, well, that law goes against the Constitution, so I'm not going to follow it. In other words, the fact that you cannot make a law that goes against the Constitution, like, yes, the 10th Amendment does allow states to make their own laws, but those laws cannot go against the Constitution. Yes, that is true. But they make these, they link these unlinkable ideas. They think that making traffic laws is a violation of the Constitution. And since you can't make laws that violate the Constitution, you can't make traffic laws. But it's because they're making connections to things that aren't connected. Traffic laws are not a violation of the Constitution. Right? They they make non-existing connections to chain unrelated ideas together to make their illogical logical conclusions. Their illogical logic. That's the basis of it, is linking together unrelated things and finding, like, hey, this says that you can't stop me without probable cause. So why did you stop me? Well, because you don't have a license plate. That's not probable cause. Yes, it is. That definitely is. That's why bait cars don't have plates on them. They want to get pulled over. They know they're going to get pulled over. I mean, yeah, any law is unconstitutional. In fact, Kova 42. This is funny. I've told the general story, but I didn't specifically tell you that, guys, this one a few days ago. The reason why I'm blocked permanently from Wolverine Transparency's channel is because he used to let me go in his chats and talk all the time. And it was fine. Oh, don't block him. Okay, whatever. But here's what got me blocked. I told him, I said in his chat, he was, reading all the chats. He was reading mine. He was reading everybody's. And finally I said, because he said something about, I don't remember word for word what he said, but he said something about, I don't hate cops. I only hate bad cops. And what I said was, that's fine. But the problem is your definition of a bad cop is any cop who does anything that you don't like. And that's what got me blocked from his channel. But that's what it is. They don't understand the Constitution, and any law they don't like is an unconstitutional law. But I don't want to. And so much of it, I mean, it drives me so nuts when they talk about money the way they do, right? Like, because, I'm not doing this for money. I'm not doing that for money. It's all about money. I mean, even the people who really believe in it, it's all about money. How could I say that? They don't want to pay for a driver's license fee because it's extortion. They don't want to pay for a license plate fee because it's extortion. They don't want to pay for registration fee They don't want to pay for, it's all things they don't want to pay for. They don't want to pay fees. They don't want to pay fines. They just don't want to pay for stuff. It's all about the money. And what really, 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 really gets my goat, and because their argument, the sovereign citizens especially, they're so blatantly horrible, okay? I was watching a video earlier. I covered it a couple days ago on this channel. And at one point during the video, like I didn't mention it at the time because I didn't really notice it. Like since then, I've seen the video again. Because these guys, you know, when they talk their word salad, and this, in fact, this is one of the reasons why you could have me and Team Skeptic and Frauditor Troll and Debos Nation and Van Balian and everybody else on Earth cover the same videos. And it's interesting to watch every time because there's so much word salad coming out of these guys' mouths. It's really, really easy to miss something. So everybody has their own different perspective and they're going to pick up on different bits and pieces of things that other people miss. Right. So I'm watching this video again and I'm picking up on something he's saying. And it was a guy who got pulled over. He was a sovereign citizen. He had his lame, you know, generic fake printed off of Google paperwork there, right? His Google paper. And at one point he was saying that you don't understand. If you pull someone over who hasn't ran over somebody with their car, basically, because they always say injured party. So, of course, in their minds, for some reason, they believe that you physically have to harm someone for the police to get involved. So, like, if you're about to stab someone, the cop has to stand there and let you stab them before they can do anything. They can't grab you and hold and pull you back when they see you going at them with the knife. Like, I don't understand the mentality behind that because there isn't an injured party yet if you haven't injured them yet. So if you're driving your car and you're drunk and you're swerving and you're about to run somebody over, they can't pull you over. They have to wait until you run someone over. Then they have the right to pull you over. It doesn't make any damn sense. But in their broken brains, because their brains were printed on a 3D printer, either that or like these are the survivors of shaken baby syndrome. This is what happens to them when they grow up. They become sovereign citizens. Or maybe survivors from people that had a Dahmer drilling holes in their brain. I don't know, man, where these guys come from, but they're obviously have no brains at all. But because they believe, and this guy was saying, if you pull someone over who didn't hurt somebody, that's treason, and treason is punishable by death. He told the cops that. And that is not the first time I heard a sovereign citizen say that. And again, we don't know the specific details of what happened with Chase Allen a couple weeks ago. At this point, I think it was about 2 weeks ago now, a week and a half. What's up, Florida Jim? And again, whenever the police kill somebody, I don't want to, you know, especially when all the specific details aren't out yet. I've seen the footage, I've seen the body cam footage. So, but it's still, I don't know. So I'm not taking sides, but I am saying when you see the kid reaching for his gun and they could say, oh, well, he was reaching for his seatbelt. But one, obviously, if you're carrying a gun, why don't you, especially if you're going to put your hands by it where the seatbelt is, why don't you say to the officer, I'm armed, I have a gun on, so that they know, so that they don't freak out and shoot you when they see the gun? Why would you not do that? Two, the gun came out, so obviously it came out of the holster, right? It wasn't sealed in there, if it had a button or whatever clicked in place, who knows? I don't know. But the point is, the idea that when the cops opened his door, right after he said, if you open my door, there's going to be a problem. Right after he said that, they open his door. Then you see in the body cam footage him reaching for his gun, right? Hearing that story, and then hearing, in fact, it was a KFAR video from the other day that got me going on this rant. where the guy was telling the cop that pulling them over in the first place is treason, and treason is punishable by death. So that's the mentality of these guys. So when you hear sovereign citizens say things like that, and then you think about the videos that we've all seen, well, and if you haven't seen it, I don't recommend it, because I'm not recommending real, actual like videos of people getting killed. But there is a video out there of sovereign citizens murdering police just over a regular traffic stop. Okay, so it is a thing that they do. They believe that the cops are tyrants, and if they pull you over, the punishment is death. So knowing that sovereign citizens believe that, and knowing that this kid was a sovereign citizen, it kind of makes it a little easier to believe that he was reaching for his gun for the wrong reasons. But again, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, KFR. That's exactly the one I'm talking about. What they do is what the sovereign citizens do is treason. That's why they are domestic terrorists. Basically, KFR, what happened was we're watching a new Team Skeptic video, and it's a sovereign citizen in court, and he's making arguments that reminded me of the arguments that those guys made, which got me thinking about those guys, which got me thinking about that video, which got me thinking about, and a string of events led to the point where we're at now. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, while we're here, it's been a while since I got any super chats. So just because it's Friday, y'all gonna get a happy dance. All right. Thank you very much. Love Friday. Anyway, let's their live streams are treasonous, yeah, right? Oh man. They are traitors. Yes. That dude was spicy. Yeah. When they sprayed the pepper spray in the car, oh, that was brilliant. Anyway, back to the stupid. More stupidity on display today.
262 says I may ignore the license and the fee and engage with the immunity. That means you can't punish me. And United States versus Bishop defines willfulness as an evil motive or intent to avoid a known duty task under the law with a morality certain. I submit I couldn't have been doing an evil task. I totally followed the Constitution and the Supreme Court. Breyers versus United States says it shows how the judge is supposed to interpret the Constitution, and it's supposed to be interpreted in the favor of me. AM Jurisprudence, Volume 16, Section 97 of the Constitutional Law section says.
First of all, ladies and gentlemen, thanks to Lisa White, you're going to get another happy dance. All right. Yes, thank you, Lisa White, for the $1.99 super chat, super sticker. Oh, love it. Thank you so very much. And, oh, look at this. We got more from Dawson DeTrana, $2. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Yay. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, from KFire, we got $4.99. All right, I love it. Here you go, one more. Oh, you know what? I'm not even on screen doing these happy dances. You guys aren't getting your money's worth, so I owe you 3 now. So here we go. 1. All right. Number 2. Wrong button. All right. And happy dance number 3. All right. Oh, I love it. I love you guys so much. And so now we have Dawson, KFire, and Lisa White all again entered into the raffle for this month to win the cards, including the special Schrodinger's Cat limited edition hollow foil card. Good luck to all you guys. And Sam I Am gifted 5 memberships. Yes. Beautiful. All right. Now, Sam I Am is also once again entered into the contest. This is the best. All right. I love you guys so much. You guys are the best. I have the best fans in the world. I know I say it every day, but it's damn true every day. Dag of nabbit. What? Oh, wait. Here we go, man. Stupid people. Oh, I love them.
As it should be received as a liberal interpretation in favor of the citizen, especially true with respects to those who were designated to safeguard the liberty.
Okay, wait a minute, dag nabbit. I got so much awesome support from you guys. I forgot the whole reason I paused it at this point. Listen to what this guy said a second ago. Hold on, let's go back.
Received as a liberal interpretation of constitutional law section, volume 16, section 97 of the constitutional law section says it should be received as a liberal interpretation in favor of the citizen, especially true with respects to those who were designated to safeguard the liberty and security of the citizen in regards to
I think you need to go back further.
And it's supposed to be interpreted in the favor of interpreters.
Oh, yeah,
Than doing an evil task. I totally followed the Constitution in the Supreme Court. Briars versus United States says it shows how the judge is supposed to interpret the Constitution, and it's supposed to be interpreted in the favor of me.
Blah blah blah. Court case shows how the judge is to interpret the Constitution, and the judge is to interpret the Constitution in favor of me. Like, it doesn't matter what the Constitution says. You're supposed to interpret it in favor of me. Like, your job as a judge is to interpret the Constitution in my favor. So if that means interpret the Constitution that murder is legal, then you need to do that if it gets me off. If you need to interpret the Constitution that having a driver's license is something that I don't need, then that's how you need to do it. You have to do it in favor of me.
AM Jurisprudence, volume 16, section 97 of the constitutional law section says it should be received as a liberal interpretation in favor of the citizen, especially true with respects to those who were designated to safeguard the liberty and security of the citizen in regards to both persons and property. See note 31, Briars versus United States. No state may convert liberty into a privilege. Murdoch versus Pennsylvania. An appearance ticket is not an accusatory instrument. It doesn't confer jurisdiction over the defendant. People versus Gabay, 670 New York 2D 92517. I was not engaged in a commercial trade at the time of the alleged infraction, and I do not proceed to say a license is upon the constitutional detention. Motor vehicle means every description of a carrier drawn by mechanical power used in commercial purposes on a highway.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning and work our way up. First, we have Shapiro v. Thomas, which our brainless wonder got wrong because it's actually Shapiro v. Thompson. This is a case regarding the legality of residency requirements for state benefits, and not a case challenging the legality of statutory driver's license requirements. Murdoch v. Pennsylvania was a case involving the unconstitutionality of Pennsylvania forcing religiously based organizations to get a license to sell literature door to door. Again, nothing to do with driver's license. He cited both Shuttle v. Birmingham and Shuttlesworth v. Birmingham, which I believe to be an attempt at getting the same thing wrong twice, as Shuttlesworth v. Birmingham covers requiring permits and licensing for constitutionally protected civil liberties. And while your right to travel is a protected civil liberty, driving a motor vehicle is not. Marbury v. Madison states that if a law is unconstitutional, it is essentially void. And since the Constitution has something called the 10th Amendment giving states powers to govern themselves, laws requiring state driver's license are not unconstitutional. U.S. v. Bishop doesn't apply to you as you willfully violated the law, regardless of whether your intent was evil or not. There are no federal agencies involved, so Briars v. U.S. was a pointless citation. And while yes, under 18 U.S.C., the definition of a motor vehicle reads as a mechanically drawn carriage and in commerce. You haven't provided any evidence to the court that you were engaged in commerce, so that definition of a motor vehicle does not apply to you. The definition you're actually looking for is found in MCL's 257.33 and 257.79, which define a motor vehicle as a self-propelled device used for the transportation of people or property on the highways. Nowhere in the relevant definition does it say anything about a requirement for commercial activities, so every one of your irrelevant citations is a non-starter for your defensive position, and you're an idiot.
And then there's neither injury nor trespasses. Any trespasses. All crimes are commercial. 27 CFR 72.11, and every alleged crime has to have a nature and cause and be prosecuted by the name of the people of the state. I don't have a contract with the state.
You already presented your driver's license to the prosecutor. So even by your own diluted view of how the judicial system works, you've already contracted with the state.
I don't see an injured party. I don't know why I'm here.
Any additional argument on your motion?
I would like the court, I would ask the court to dismiss this to failure to state a claim where relief can be granted.
The court has heard the argument. I'm gonna first address your motion, Mr. L, and I'm gonna deny your motion as clearly indicated in the response by the city. Your claims would be most appropriately brought before the court of claims, and so you can't challenge a constitutional issue in this court, okay? As it relates to the authority and the process to bring this matter before the district court as relates to your civil infractions, you have an expired plate and a failure to signal. Again, a jurisdiction or venue before this court is appropriate. This is a situation or incident that occurred in the area of South MLK, Martin Luther King Boulevard. That's in the city of Lansing, Ingham County, state of Michigan. And so you're subject to the laws and the ordinances of the city of Lansing, but also the laws under the Michigan compile laws. Here in this district court, we are subject to the Michigan court rules. And so although I gave leniency with your motion, it was not properly filed and or served. But it also does not comport with the Michigan compile laws or Michigan court rules. And so for those reasons, it is denied. Now, as to the civil infraction, failed to signal an expired plate from December 3rd, 2022, we do not provide any valid dispute or defense to these civil infractions. You could have appeared and showed information that demonstrated you did have a valid plate at the time, or that you even have one now, which could reduce the citation, but that's not taking place. And so I'm going to sustain both violations of civil infractions. There's a fine of $125 on each. Okay, sir?
My next defense, I'm just done, or can I say something else?
You can say something else. I actually, if you had any further defense, but you said.
My next defense would be, Michigan allows 72 hours to register any vehicle when it's first purchased. You never asked for anything. I never got a chance to explain myself on the side of the road.
Okay, do you have proof that you had just purchased it within 72 hours?
I don't have the title.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You know, we always say that arguing your case on the side of the road is not the time or place to do that, and that's what the courts are for. And yet here you are in court arguing that you shouldn't be held responsible because at the time your car was recently purchased and fell under a 72-hour grace period, but then failed to show the court your transaction record or a bill of sale or any evidence whatsoever that validates your claim. Forgive me for saying this, but I think you're full of shit.
If the defense is not meaningful, if you can't provide any evidence to support that defense. That being said, your fine is $125 on each file. When do you intend to make payment?
Do I have a chance to appeal this?
You can.
I would like to appeal.
Okay, you want to file an appeal? It's the civil infraction?
I want to file an appeal today.
Okay, you can file a motion for reconsideration. But you need to follow Michigan court rules, okay? We don't submit to the sovereign rules, okay? You take that to the sovereign court.
I love how the judge just tells him to take it to sovereign court, which is nothing more than a daycare center for adult toddlers. All right, guys, that's the end of the video. I don't think it's a surprise to anyone that the sovereign citizen losers lose again. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. But don't forget to leave a comment below and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss any of my content. I'm Team Skeptic, and I'm out.
I want to feel big. All right up yours. Take it easy. Thank you so much for all the support and everything. Man, that guy was dumb, the dummy. All right. So since there's a bunch of people in here right now that weren't here when I first started at 7, is there anyone, like, for the last thing for me to wrap up the show, is there anyone here who would like to watch my new video one more time right now? Because I don't mind showing it again for anyone who missed it. But if everybody here already saw it, then, I don't want to waste your time either. Hey, Rube Maximilian, what's up? All the rashes from the left coast. That's right. So again, I got a new video I just published this morning while on the stream. It was the very first thing I showed at 7. But if anybody would like to see it again, or if you haven't seen it, put a 1 in the chat. Show it. All right. Encore. All right. I'll show it again. All right. Because I put a lot of work into this. I'm proud of this one. In fact, I literally was up all night editing it. Because it doesn't look like it because I did such a good job. Thank you very much. I'm a humble dude, but if I put a lot of work into something and it pays off, I'll admit when I do a good job. I know I did a good job. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I put a lot of work into this one. So here, let's go ahead and put this on screen. All right. And this is the first. And I didn't make a big deal of this aspect of it when I first showed it this morning. But this video that you're about to see is officially the first Frauditor Follies branded Frauditor Follies video from my channel. So let's go ahead and check it out.
Hey guys, I'm here in front of the post office. I'm getting ready to do a First Amendment audit with this post office here, see if they violate my right to be a douchebag in public. Alright, so here I am in front of the boxes. Lots of boxes here, of course, because it is a post office, so they're gonna have a lot. So that makes sense. But around this corner, we have more boxes. Okay. All right, plenty of boxes. That's good. Keep the customers happy. But around this next corner, I know there's going to be some tyrants trying to violate my rights. That's right. Watch this. Right around the corner, we got no tyrants, just more boxes. That's right. There's another section. And I'm sure as soon as I get there, they're going to see I'm recording, and they're going to slam me to the ground and tase me and violate my rights and be tyrannical beasts. Here we go. It's more boxes. Okay, all right, so they got post office boxes in the post office. Of course they do. All right, so let's see, what else do we got here? I know around this next corner I'm going to find tyrants. They're everywhere. You can't get away from the tyrants, sir. More boxes. Okay. Well, I'm sure I'll find some tyrants. Here, you know what? Here, let's try and find poster 7. Wait a minute. No outgoing mail. How dare they put this sign up here? No outgoing mail. I knew the tyranny was on display. Those horrible, rotten, no good scumbag tyrants. No outgoing mail. That's no law. They can't enforce that. I can put whatever I want in that box. What is this here now? Look at this crap. A camera filming me right next to a sign. Like they think that people are going to want a job. Be my servant. Get a job being my servant, you. Public servant, that's right. I have a press pass, so you know I'm a legitimate journalist. Damn it. All right, let's go in there and find out what else is going on. Violating my rights. At least finally I found poster 7. Here it is, guys. Poster 7. Here it is. I finally found poster 7. See, there's all the writing and the words and stuff on there. And poster 7, you know. And now I'm gonna show you that they put it up. They tried to hide it from me, those scumbag tyrants. But I know better than to fall for them. They're supposed to be my servants. But they put tape on it. They taped it up on a piece of chalk cardboard. Anyway, poster 7, ladies and gentlemen. The greatest poster in the world, poster 7. It gives anyone who owns a camera the right to do whatever they want, whenever they want, with no consequences. That's the great thing about poster 7. It's like magic. Here, watch. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna film poster 7 for you, and I'm gonna show you guys. Now watch this. Okay, now look how I do this. See, I'm gonna put my camera right here. See, right in the photographs for news purposes section, and I'm gonna show you the part that you need to read. See, I'm gonna film it. Watch. I'm gonna put my camera right here, and see all the words beneath my camera. Those don't matter. That's just tyrannical gobbledygook to try and violate your rights. But the reality is that this part that's showing is all you need to read. All the rest of the writing on here is just some tyrannical lawyer top-splitting gobbledygook. Anyway, here's the section where they sell stuff. These signs, they don't have any CRF codes on these signs either. So I don't know what they're trying to pull. These guys are tyrants trying to steal our money, and look. Look. They got a camera. How come they can have a camera? What is the post office cam-backing now? A bunch of cam-backing Karen post office people? If they can film, I can film. There you go. So now watch this. I'm going to get some service. I'm going to get a public servant to serve me and do what I say because I said it. All right, public servant, come to me now. Come on, public servant. Where are you? Wait, where's the public servant? Why is there nobody here? I know what's going on. They are refusing me service. They saw me filming and they decided to be tyrants and to refuse service to me. There's no other reason why there wouldn't be someone here right now. Could you even begin to imagine any reason why someone might not be at this desk other than to violate my rights, me specifically because I'm holding a camera? How dare they? I'm going to sue the Department of Transportation, the Department of Motor Vehicles. I'm going to sue the city, I'm going to get Chile to write me a lawsuit. All right, so I'm outside now and just chillaxing, and it was a big fail, horrible fail, terrible post office. They were evil, rotten, no good tyrants in there, all of them. Every single one of them was terrible. They failed miserably. This is just unacceptable behavior. Hiding from me, refusing me service. I don't know why no one showed up to help me. I have a camera. They should do what I want. Just because I have one. They fail, miserable. Hey, wait a minute. Hezokuai, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing here? And why are you looking at my leg? Hey, look, man, I know I'm under house arrest, but I just snuck out just to do a quick little audit. No, Hezokuai, no, please. I know I should have stayed in the house. I'm under house arrest. I get it, but no, please, don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me, Hezokuai. No, don't do it. No. Okay, now we're driving back home. Ow, okay, I won't sneak out again. ow. I get it. I'm supposed to be under house arrest. Ow! I'm supposed to be under house arrest. I know. You're taking me home. We're in the car. There's nothing we can do about it now anyway. Oh, come on. Give me a break, dude. I'm sorry. I'll never sneak out again. I promise. All right, guys. Well, I don't know how much longer this house arrest thing is going to last, but I'm going to get out of it. You watch. And you join me on the next episode of News Now Voodoo auditing things. But yeah, First Amendment audits. I have a press badge. I got the handcuffs and untied shoes. I know, Hez. You don't have to show them every time. All right, goodbye. Have a nice day. Give me money.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So just so you know, a little update. So here he is. I recalibrated his ankle bracelet because he is still under house arrest for taking over my channel the other day. Brat, you're a punk. Slow down, pal. He deserves a good smack once in a while. Anyway, he's still under house arrest. He'll be back, though. He's going to do some more audits. I know I'm not going to be able to stop him from all of them. But so far, it looks like that one is working. So for now, that's pretty much where we're going to wrap it up for the day. Love you guys. Don't forget, tomorrow on the Hezokuai and Frauditor News Network program, 5 p.m. Eastern, our guest is going to be Frauditors Exposed Mark Stout. We're going to have a great show. It's going to be a lot of fun. In the meantime, thank you guys so much. Always love you guys. Love all your support. Oh, yeah. I'm all shook up.